Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing a get ready with me. I have to go to a Kevin Hart show today, so yes, I'm gonna get ready, and of course I gotta talk to you about why I haven't been posting. Like, it's been so long. It's been, I would say, maybe like a year and a few months posted anything, and I'm gonna tell you why. The first reason is I have a regular job from 9 to 5, of course, and before I wasn't waking up early in the morning to go work out or anything like that. I used to go after work, so it didn't give me time to film anything, or even if I did, it was not going to give me time to edit. But I know I can make time. I could have just managed my time better than I did. But another reason is the fact that, first of all, my home was being remodeled like when I stopped, so I was not trying to film like any of the process, because I mean, I feel like it looked like really bad, and still right now it's not even done yet, so that's why like I didn't film at all. And then you know how you can monetize your videos, right, on like YouTube? Well, mine was being like, I could monetize mine at first. That was starting from like since 2019, that's when I started. But then eventually I couldn't, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Google AdSense have to send you like a PIN number for you to verify your address. So I was waiting for that for the longest time. At first, yes, it was my fault because I didn't put the correct address on my Google AdSense account, so that messed me up. Second, try for them to resend it again. I never received it, and years passed and never received it. And then after that, I did it again. I think at that time it was like COVID, so they said due to COVID, you know, it's like a delay and stuff like that, so I couldn't receive it at all. So they said just wait like 60 days. So I waited and nothing happened, like literally nothing happened until this year. I tried to, well, I was doing my research on YouTube and tried to see if other people were going through the same thing. Eventually I came across a video, and this guy was explaining how to do it and stuff like that, and you could just probably just get verified without receiving your PIN number on your mailbox. But I don't think that's what helped me. I did the way that he said it, but then I tried to do it again because after following the steps that he said on his YouTube channel, like I didn't receive anything, no email got back to me, like it was just nothing. So I waited, I was patient, I guess, to see if they were gonna send it to me. And then weeks passed by, which was much faster because I received it like, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I got it, which it was good because all these years that passed since 2019 all the way to 2022, I had money on hold the whole time, so I couldn't get anything out. Like when I was in high school, the main thing that I wanted to focus on is just like YouTube and like, you know, make my living out of YouTube and make videos every day and stuff like that. But it wasn't possible. I guess just God had other plans for me, and I ended up doing other stuff. Now I'm here, I want to make content and just make a living out of it, and eventually, you know, put a business out there, whatever, because that's what I wanted to do in the first place. But I guess things don't go the way you plan sometimes. Anyways, I have to get ready like really fast, and I might be talking throughout the video. Like, I'll probably tell you a story of what happened to me in my job, because I swear to you, my job is like full of like basically like drama. You know, I only work with guys. So if you can see my bed through the mirror, I literally have like no other place to like place it right now, since literally I only have one room that has the bed, which my sister sleeps there, and I sleep in the living room because the other room is not even done yet. The job that I'm at right now, it's like, it's good because I don't really do anything. It's just like I'm in the office sitting, doing paperwork, taking payments and stuff like that. But it can be stressful, and like sometimes how people treat you in there, it can be like a little bad, and it's bad for your health. And I've been wanting to do YouTube in the first place for like since 2019. But anyways, guys, I work at if you wanted to know where it went, which that takes me some time. And I'm gonna tell you a little story of what happened there. I had a customer there, like, I would say she bought a car like in 2021, like in the middle of 2021, so maybe like July, August or something like that. Anyways, she's like a pretty cool like girl. She was like cool when I met her and stuff like that. But I feel like sometimes you can tell, but just by looking at people, that they're like problematic. But okay, what happened with this girl is like, she was, first of all, I'm the one that, you know, is in charge of the payments. I'm the one that does all that. But I don't know why she started to get behind on her payments. She was always on time, whatever, just out of the nowhere. And for me, I don't really have to call customers to tell them that they're behind, unless I don't really have anything to do. Then yes, I can do that and then like time on it. But she knew her payments were due every 15 days. We don't do it monthly, so she missed her payment. She didn't, like, I guess she didn't care or bother to just call in and say, hey, this is the reason why you didn't make a payment, or I will go this other day or something like that. Nothing at all. So that day when I was trying to search up like what customers were like currently behind, and she was on the list. So on the list of repossession. So as you know, all those forms were sent to the guy that does repossession for us. He was able to find her car like super fast. The next thing you know, he called me and he said, hey, the girl's right here. She's not letting me take her car. She's about to call you because she's trying to make a payment and give the payment to me. So how that works is basically she cannot make a payment to the repo guy because it's already a repossession. Paperwork have already been done, so there's nothing basically you can do there. She had called me like on my phone and she was just like, hey, well, like, why did my car got picked up, whatever. So I'm like, well, because you were currently behind. And she was pissed at the fact that I didn't let her know. So I'm like, hey, like, well, she was pissed, and then she went on saying that she thought that we were cool, but I'm just like, well, this is my job, like, you know, just because I met you, like, and did the paperwork for you and was talking to you all nice, that doesn't mean that I'm like your friend, because I'm there to work and not like friends. Of course, I didn't say that, but I'm just like, well, this is my job, like, I have to do this. I can't do anything about it. Well, I told her, I'm just like, do not worry, that she had like 10 days. Legally, she had 10 days to like basically get her car back. But it was not about the fact that only paying the money that you're behind on, but literally paying the money that you have left on your contract. She didn't like, I guess she didn't hear, or she was just too mad that she didn't really pay attention to what I was saying. But she did not listen on the fact that she had like 10 days. I thought she was not going to get her car back anymore because like literally a month or 2 months passed by, and then the next thing you know, like I'm like sitting at the office, and then like I'm receiving a call, but it's saying that it's coming from like Birmingham, and I'm just like, well, I don't know anybody from Birmingham, so if I don't know the number, I do not answer. They called me like 2 times, and then they sent me a text, and they were just like, hey, can I pay like 1,400, I think, but I didn't know who it was, so I'm like, I replied back, I'm just like, hey, who is this? And she said, hey, yeah, I'm the girl with the, you know, I'm not gonna say what type of car she had, because, well, I'm pretty sure, well, I don't think she's gonna watch my YouTube channel. I don't think she knows that I have a YouTube channel. But anyways, yeah, she said, I have this car, whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm just like, well, she was asking me if she could pay it through like an app. I'm just like, yeah, sure. I'm just like, but that's not the amount that you owe right now. It's more than that. And she said, yeah, the rest I'm gonna take it in cash, bring it in cash. And I'm like, okay, well, sounds good. I'm like, let me ask the owner first and see if you can pay that amount right now with him. And I was verifying with the owner because of the fact that she was late already. Like it's been like a month, and I didn't know if the owner wanted to like help her out and give her the car back, whatever. But then little did I know is that when I called the owner, he was just like, no, she cannot get the car back. Like it's been past 10 days, whatever. And mind you, the car was like fucked up. It was bad, like bad. But even though the owners didn't want to give to her. So I'm like, okay. And I was the one that basically passed on the message, and I told her, I'm just like, hey, I'm so sorry, I got in contact with the owner, and you're not gonna be able to get your car back because the 10 days passed. And when I told you guys, she got mad. And at that time, I sent her a text because she was texting me. So I sent her a text back, and I was just like, hey, like, he said that it's not possible because, like, the rules are that basically you only had 10 days. After 10 days, that you can't, like, you're welcome to come and get your stuff out of your car if you like. If not, the stuff are going to be, like, thrown away, whatever. She didn't even text me back. As soon as she finished like reading like whatever text I sent her, like she was mad. She called me on the phone, and I didn't think she was gonna react this way. She called me on the phone, and she like basically cussed me out. She threatened me, by the way, and I believe that was like the first time I got threatened in a job. Like she threatened me by like going up to the office, beating me up and stuff like that, and she threatened me by saying that she was gonna take a gun and basically kill everybody in there because she was pissed at everybody that, you know, they didn't let her know that she had 10 days, which clearly tells you on the contract, and it tells you that, you know. You see me all right? Okay. But what I was saying is that she was pissed. She wasn't able to get her car back. I just didn't understand why she was mad at me. Like, well, now I understand because I worked there. Like, I was the only face that you could see in there, in the office, and I guess she thought that I was her friend. I didn't know that she was actually being for real or not, so I ended up calling, like, the owner, and I told him, just like, hey, your customer is, like, mad, and basically threatened me, and also stuff, and threatened to come up over here to the office and basically kill everybody. And he just told me like, oh, no te preocupes, like everything is fine, like she's not gonna do that, she just talks and stuff like that, like don't worry, just make sure to like lock the door, not let everybody in, close the gate in the back because they have it like a shop in the back, so like just tell the guys to stay aware of it and stuff like that. And so I told them, and then one of them told me like to call like the police and stuff like that. I ended up calling the police like last minute, I would say. At first I got on the phone with my boyfriend and I was telling him everything, and I was just like, hey, like I don't know if this is true, but like I just wanted to call you and tell you because, you know, if it's my last day on earth, you know, you might want to know, like. But I told him, and then the next thing you know, when I was on the phone with him, like I see a car like coming full speed into the parking lot and parks, and then opens the door, and as soon as they saw the door open, like it was a girl, and I was just like, oh my god. And then the guy was just like, call the police because we don't know if she has a gun or anything like that. And so I'm calling the police. I get on the phone with them and I tell them everything, and then like the girl, she is mad. She's like banging on the door, like she's like just everything. And she said, she was telling me to open the door, but in my head I'm just like, why would I open it if you're trying to beat me up? Like, and why would I want to fight you? First of all, I have like no reason to fight you. If you don't know me, like I don't like to fight or anything like that. Like I'm a person that I peace and love, but then at the same time I feel like if I was to get like attacked like for no reason, or somebody wanted to fight me for no reason, I still wouldn't do it, because why would I do it? Like, why are we fighting? Like, I feel like I'm grown and I don't need to be doing that. But I feel like some people don't act like that. And so she was banging on the door. She was saying like, you're so freaking scared. Well, using like a curse word or whatever. She said, you're so freaking scared because why would you close the door? You know that I was gonna come and beat you up and all this sort of stuff, you know, but not in a good language like I'm saying here right now. She was like being more like using like more like bad words and stuff like that, so and everything. So she was outside, and then the next thing you know, she's peeking through the window and the doors. But then like before I started getting on the phone with the police, I was like on the phone with my boyfriend, like I was saying, and I hung up on him. I'm just like, well, I didn't hang up on him. I told him that I was gonna like call the police because the girl was there. I'm just like, hey, I love you in case if I don't see you and stuff like that. I was probably being extra by saying that, but you never know. She got there, she was pissed, whatever, and then after she saw that I was on the phone, she kept asking me like if I was on the phone with the police to let her know. But what would I tell you? I feel like it was a stupid situation, and she was like really pissed. I understand that, but if you don't make your payments, like how do you expect to keep the car? And after the policeman talks to me, whatever, like he tells me like if everything is okay, if I wanted her to come back to the car lot. I was just like, I am sorry, no. They asked me if I wanted to like press charges against her. I said no. When they were telling me to press charges on her, I didn't want to, because when I saw the car that she was coming in, on the driver's side it was her mom. She was coming with her mom, and then I know that she recently had a baby, so she had a newborn in the car. So in my head, I'm just thinking like about the baby. I'm not even thinking about her. Like I'm just like, okay, if I press charges, they're probably gonna arrest her right now and like, you know, take her to jail, and then the baby's gonna be without her mom. Well, not for too long, because she would probably like be released and stuff like that. But she was gonna be even more pissed at the fact that I pressed charges. I feel like that's what she was going to react like worse, and probably even if she see me like out there, like, you know, even if I'm not at work, I feel like she's gonna end up doing something. And I don't want that. Like after the police was asking me if there was somebody that could help her like get her stuff out of the car, I said yeah, like let me go get one of the guys that work in the back area and maybe we can help her. But this girl, she didn't like nobody. First of all, she was being racist against us here. Well, all the people that work there are like Mexicans, except for, well, yeah, they're all Mexicans except for one that likes to say that he's not Mexican, but he's Mexican. Also, he is Mexican with blood. Anyways, besides that, I went to get one of the guys from the back to like help her out, whatever. She didn't want no help from no Mexican guys, that's what she said. She was like, I don't want them Mexicans to help me out, whatever. She ended up telling the police to help her, so, I mean, she was offending us, but at the same time, like, I mean, she bought cars from like Mexican dudes, whatever. She left, and I mean, I haven't seen her since then. I feel like people that talk crap about other people, that's how they feel about themselves. That's why they say that all the time. I have like so many stories that I could probably say about this, like about the job. I'm still going to the gym. I go to the gym like every day. In case you wanted to know that, because I know I started making YouTube videos, just like working out and stuff like that, and doing like hauls and stuff like that. And I do still go to the gym like all the time. I did put in like weight, like I don't know if you can see this. Put in weight. And yeah. Okay, so how I look in my eyelashes on. Do I look weird to you guys? And literally in this bag I have like all my makeup, and it's not even a lot. Because I don't really do makeup like that. Like during the week I go to work, I don't even do my makeup at all. I just have like my own skin. I put the skincare and stuff like that. I feel like I have more skincare than makeup. I feel like I have so much followers here, but then they don't even follow me on Instagram. Like, can you guys like follow me on Instagram? Because it's like, what? Like, how are you guys gonna see like if I post something? Well, actually, follow me on Instagram and follow me on my TikTok, because I did start a TikTok like I would say maybe like last year or something, and I actually love it. I make videos there, like dance videos, even though I don't really know how to dance. Like, most of the dance that they do there, like, they're not hard, you just have to learn them. But I'm not a dancer, like I said. I just do it because, you know, it's fun, and you can have something to do if you just post a video like just dancing, and you're just like and then from there you go like and then you basically go like and then you turn around, and then you just like, you know, it's just like, it's fun. I wish that somebody could teach me like how to like dance them like corridos and stuff like that, because like, I mean, I feel like I know, but if I have somebody that I can like, that lead me, like, you know, like a guy that really knows how to dance and like guapangos and stuff like that, I feel like I'll be good. But I just don't. I don't dance like that. Like, I go to parties and stuff like that, and you know what? I've never been to like a jaripeo, and I would like to go to one like one day. But earlier I was listening to Los Alameños, and when I'm telling you, I was like lit when I was taking a shower. Like, I was feeling good, and I was thinking that I wanted to go to a party or something. Whenever I have like a kid, I would like to put my kid in a dance class, because I've always wanted that when I was little, but I was never like able to be put in dance class, because first of all, growing up, I was like living with my grandma like since I was like 3 years old, and it was like basically in Mexico, because I was like living in Mexico, and I was over there until like I was like 8 or 9 years old, I think. But then eventually I came like to the US with my parents, for like the first time, even though I've met them before when I was like younger, but I just didn't remember how they really looked. So it was kind of like, it was like a different type of experience, you know, for the first time. Yes, I felt weird. I was still like a kid. I was still playing with toys at that time, because I was like 9, 8 years old. But I feel like maybe like my mom didn't really see that, because I remember this day exactly what happened when I went to the store. She was buying groceries and stuff like that, and I don't know if she was mad, irritated about something, I don't know. But I saw a doll that I liked, a Barbie doll, and I wanted to get it. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you buy me this doll? And she didn't buy it for me. She said no, which now I'm just like, I don't even know why I wanted that, but you know, when you're a little kid, you just want like a doll. A little girl, well, me as a little girl, like I wanted a doll. And I literally asked her if she could buy me the doll, and she said no, that you're too big to be playing with dolls and stuff like that, and like, she didn't buy it for me. And I felt some type of way, because I have two younger brothers, and those two brothers, like literally they would get like anything that they wanted. Not, of course, not expensive, because my parents, I'm not saying that they were rich. We were not rich nor poor. We were good, I would say. But they were able to get whatever. They grew up over here with their parents, you know, whatever. But my mom, and I remember her saying that, I felt like she didn't really like me and my sister. I feel like she just didn't really care like that, because she didn't, I don't know, I feel like she didn't treat us the same as her brothers. And I don't know if it was because in her eyes we were like much older than my brothers, but like she didn't buy me the doll. I felt some type of way. I do remember eventually that one day, I don't even know why I was mad. I do remember telling her that I was just like, you don't care about us, like you don't care about me and my sister, like you don't like us, you were not even living with us when we were like little, whatever, you didn't even bring stuff. Like I remember saying that to her, and I don't know if it affected her, but all I know is that she was just like, why are you throwing tantrum? Like just like go sit down, like go to your room, whatever. Like you know how Mexican like parents are, like they don't really pay attention like that. They're not gonna be like, oh my god, like, you know, I'm sorry, but you know, they're not gonna be like that. They're still gonna be mad at you. They're gonna be like, go to your room, whatever, or if you don't shut up, like we'll spank you or something. But I remember you telling her that. I'm just like, and I was crying, and I was telling her, I was like, that's why you left us in Mexico, because you don't like us and stuff like that. Like you love our brothers more than us and all that stuff. Like when I told her that, I think I was already like maybe like 12 or 13, and I don't know. She said that she left us and stuff like that, of course, like equally and stuff like that. That's what everyone say. But yeah, I feel like it wasn't like, I didn't want my childhood to be like that. I grew up with my grandma. I always knew my grandma was like my grandma. I always used to call her grandma. I never called her mom because I knew I had a mom like basically in the US, and like I just didn't know her. I used to talk to her all the time, and like on the phone, like no video calls or anything like that, because where my grandma is from is like Guerrero. And my grandma's like a really old school person. She didn't know how to work anything else. She had like a house phone. Like she didn't know nothing about that. I think FaceTime didn't exist at that time. But yeah, like I don't think it existed at that time. So that's why like they couldn't FaceTime or anything like that. But she used to call like almost every day, I would say, just to check up on us and see how we were doing in school. And I mean, she kept in touch with us and stuff like that, but I feel like it's not the same. I mean, now that I'm like grown and stuff like that, I feel like I understand the reason why she left. She just wanted a better life, and she wanted a better life for us. But I feel like at the same time, I'm not a parent or anything like that. I don't have any kids, but I feel like your kids need to grow up with you. Like you need to raise your kids. And I know parents gotta do what they gotta do sometimes, you know, to give everything to their kids. But I feel like what I was missing the most when I was growing up, I was missing a mom figure and a dad figure, which I ended up like seeing them when I was like basically almost like a teenager. And then that didn't even last, because after that, like my parents started having problems. Like I was still like in 10th grade, I think. I was going to go to like my 11th grade year, and they ended up having problems. So they like basically separated. They went their own way. We went first with our mom, but then me and my sister started having problems with our mom. So we couldn't like, I don't know. We didn't stay there. We ended up coming with our dad. Our dad was more like the person that I felt like he was deeply hurt from getting separated from our mother. But at the same time, I feel like he was hurt because he couldn't see our brothers. Like, that was one of the reasons. And then the fact that like mom just made a decision of just moving, like, you know, to a whole different state, just without telling us or telling our dad, like, hey, I'm taking the kids. She never said anything, she just left. And at that time when she left, we were already, me and my sister, we were already with her dad. She was mad because we had came with her dad, and even though she used to call us like so many different things, like hurtful things that could hurt your own kid, like why would you even say that? Anyways, she used to say hurtful things to us all the time. I remember every single time I used to go and like pick up our cousins to hang out with us and dad. She always used to just want to fight and argue about something. Like it was always something. And I remember always getting in the truck of her dad, just crying all the time, like, because every word that she used to say like would hurt like my feelings, and it just used to be like, why does she do this, like why does she say these things to us? And I mean, after she moved, like she didn't really call us or anything. I would say we spent like a couple of months like not talking to her mom, because well, she didn't even call us, not text us or anything like that. I remember I was expecting for her to like call on my birthday, because my birthday's on July 30th. So I was expecting for her to call, and or at least send a text like, hey, happy birthday, I love you, and stuff like that, regardless to what she would say to us. And I never received that call. I was sad that I would never receive that call. And then eventually, like, you know, like months later, she ended up talking to us, but she was already living in a totally different place. My dad was just kind of like devastated, because like he couldn't see her brothers at the time. When mom took her brothers, like literally he was like, the youngest one was probably like 6 years old, the oldest one was probably like around 7, 8, something like that. And yeah, and then eventually she started talking back to us. I mean, she still lives over there, and our brothers still live over there, and I haven't seen my brothers to this day. I haven't. And I would say that I was in 2000. Ooh, that was a long time, because I graduated in 2018. 18, 17. It's probably like in 2016 that they separated, and that same year I think they had left, and like all those years passed. I think I can't remember. I can't get exactly the year. All I know is that either it was 17, 18 or something like that. But I know the oldest one now, he's like 15. The youngest one is, I don't know, I don't even know. The youngest one is probably like 12, 13. But they're older now, and still haven't seen them in person. I used to text them all the time, but they're in that like teenage life that they don't really like want to text or talk or anything like that. Because I try to keep in contact with them, because they're brothers and we love them. But they don't really talk. I have to like literally just ask questions. They would just be responding to whatever I say. But besides that, like, I mean, we haven't seen them. I've seen them in pictures. I know like the oldest one is like really tall. He's like taller than me. He's like really skinny and stuff like that. He has like curly hair like my dad does. Like my dad has like really, really curly hair. You would think that he's not even my dad because he has curly hair, and I ended up with like straight hair. Anyways, yeah, that's like the whole story between my childhood. And I don't even know why I ended up saying this. I can't remember. Anyways, I like a good childhood, but then at the same time, I would have loved to have like a mom figure there, which I didn't have. I had like a mom, grandma figure, which I love her. I love her for being there for us all the time. But I would have loved for my mom to be there with her dad. But I mean, things happen for a reason, and here I am now. If that wouldn't have happened, like then maybe I would have been doing something else in life. But no, don't regret anything that happened. Like, I'm happy how everything is, and I'm able to appreciate life. That's good. But hold on, let me go get my makeup brush. And me and my sister are like so close like this because since we grew up together as like kids, and she's been always like there for me. Like, I really love her. I don't know what I would do without my sister. I recently started working out by myself, which it feels weird because I don't have my sister by my side. Like it was just this week I started working out by myself. Started going in the morning time. We used to go in the afternoon time because our jobs and the timing was like good for us to like go and work out together. But then eventually, like, she got a different job now, so she goes in the afternoon after she gets off from work, and I go in the morning time before I go into work. So I feel like that's what worked out for us. Yeah, I cannot do eyeshadow, I don't know why. But I just can't. I don't know how to do makeup like that. I know how to do like my simple makeup. But I can't do like extra stuff. I hope you guys like forgive me for like leaving YouTube and like not making any videos. You probably thought that something happened to me, but no, nothing happened to me. There's just like a lot of stuff been going through in my life, but I feel like at the end of the day it's like learning lessons all the time. And I feel like if I could like, of course, like make videos every day, I like would, but it does take time editing, so I feel like I wouldn't upload videos every day, but like I would say maybe like 2 videos in a week or something like that, or 3. You know what, guys? This is the only, I would say, expensive foundation I have. I have a Tarte foundation, and I like it because it's like, this lady told me that it's like vegan, like a vegan foundation, which I like it. It's like full coverage and stuff like that, but I don't only use like a drop of this. I don't use like a lot of it. But like I was telling you guys, like please just follow me like on Instagram. You're probably gonna like see like all the pictures that I post, and sometimes I post like reels in there, not all the time. I just post more videos on TikTok because I literally stay there like all the time. Like if I'm bored or something like that, I just be scrolling there. So hopefully you guys follow me there. I don't know, but on Instagram it's really hard to get followers. I only have like 2,000 some followers, and in here I have like 17K followers, something like that. Which I have like more here, but I don't know if you guys still gonna be watching my videos because this is literally the first video I'm gonna be uploading since like a year and some months ago. So yeah, hopefully you guys watch it and literally understand why I was gone. I thought somebody got here to my house, so I was trying to peek through the window. I wish I could put music on, but then like YouTube be acting weird. Like some Mexican music, because that's what I was listening before I started making the video. I was listening to some Alameños, and when I'm telling you that their songs are like lit, I try to teach my boyfriend how to dance, like the Mexican songs, and he also loves it. He's not bad. I've been reading this book, which I actually finished already on. I read this book, let me just say that. And I loved it, I really did. I feel like that book helped me change some stuff in my life and the way I think. Guys, if you want to follow me, well, I don't even know if only guys follow me in this channel, I don't know. But if you guys can follow me, like literally on Poshmark, because like I'm selling like my closet basically. I'm selling like leggings that I don't wear anymore. It's like good leggings. It's not bad. They were only used maybe I would say like 2 or 3 times. Some of them are still new and I just never wore them and they just don't fit me anymore. And some of them I Maybe I just changed my style and I want another one. They're still cute and they're still cute colors. And like I said, some of them will only use like 3 or 4 times, and then like they were never used after. Go there like and buy them. That would be perfect for me because I'm just trying to get rid of it. I was gonna throw them away, but then I'm just like, no, maybe I can sell them on Poshmark. Guys, I don't know how to do my makeup like that, so don't judge me right now. This is how I do it. This is what works out for me, okay? I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. I just do my makeup how I think it looks good on me. I feel like, well, you guys tell me if you guys want to see like workout videos. I probably won't be doing like try on hauls like that because I don't have the money right now to be spending. Well, I have money, but I don't have money to be spending like that to be buying like clothes and hauls and stuff like that. Unless like a company comes across and you're like, okay, well, like Fashion Nova or like the company that I really like, and they'll be like, oh my god, can you do this? I'll send you some clothes. I'll be like, oh my god, that's more than happy. But if it's a company that I really like, now I'm gonna show you this pair of pants that literally, like, I think I have like my banner on my YouTube has a picture of those pants that I have on. When I'm telling you, those pants are like the best pants I've ever bought in my life. They were a little bit expensive. They're not cheap. I had to save up literally money to just buy those because I feel like I couldn't just afford it just to buy it like that, and then I have to pay my bills, you know. But literally, those are the best pants, and those are the pants that I'm gonna be wearing basically all fall and winter. And guys, this is the only setting that I was able to put. Like literally, have my place is not decorated or anything like that. Nothing at all. Everything's still not done. And I feel like I'm still gonna keep it like that. I don't even have a kitchen. I don't have cabinets. I only have like a temporary sink that my boyfriend got for us to not keep washing our plates and dishes, whatever, in the bathroom. I have a stove and that temporary sink that, you know, I don't have cabinets or anything like that. So I have everything on bins. If I show you, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like how are you living there? But I mean, it's not like bad. I'm still hanging on here. Like I was gonna like, me and my sister, we were gonna like remodel the kitchen and stuff like that. We were getting ready for it. Somebody told us to go to Home Depot and like literally check with them because they're like cheaper. Like if you wanna like, you know, install like cabinets and stuff like that. But it was a whole lot. I don't know if this was cheap for them, but for me it was expensive. They told us, and mind you, we live in a mobile home. We remodeled the mobile home, and they told us just to the kitchen it's gonna be like $9,000, basically $10,000 because it's like close to $10,000. So they said it was gonna be $10,000 for it. And I'm like, as soon as she told us that, I'm like, I looked at my sister, I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford this. Like, yeah, it was just like out of our budget. When I was thinking, this is my first time, first of all, like remodeling like a home. I didn't think that it was gonna be that expensive. I didn't know that it was gonna take like a lot of money because first of all, it's like my first time and it's been taking so long, and I feel like I used to get like really stressed out about it because I'm like, okay, well I can't invite nobody over because I literally like have a mess, and I don't want people to see that. And now, like, I mean, I didn't even at that time. My boyfriend wasn't my boyfriend; he was just my friend. But I was so embarrassed to tell him to come inside. Like, I never told him to come inside my house until like he became our boyfriend, and then eventually he asked me like why was the reason that he couldn't come inside the house and I supporting him. And then eventually he ended up helping us, like, you know, like take the stuff down, take down the walls and stuff like that, and helped us. And he was like one that was getting like stuff for us, like for us to use, like the sink. He had gotten like a lot of stuff, and if you see this bed right here, he got that bed for us. Well, for me. And the bed that's in the room. He basically got almost everything for us. I was blown away by the price. I thought she was gonna say like $2,000, $1,000, but no, he was way out of my budget and my sister's budget. Like, we don't have that type of money just laying around. We don't. And I always say like, oh my god, I wish I knew about like construction and stuff like that, so I would probably be doing it myself. Like the plan is to just remodel the 2 rooms and the 2 bathrooms, because this one that was remodeled was just the living room and the kitchen, but the kitchen was never like fully done, whatever. And even the paint, this is not even paint, this is like primer that we have on the walls right now. That's only primer, and we ended up coming with the decision of like basically just remodeling the bathrooms and the 2 rooms, and then after that trying to sell this place and try to get like a house that we can actually be living like, you know, comfortable, I guess. Because my thing has always been like, oh my god, I want to invite friends over and like, you know, for them to come eat over and just spend time together. I've never had that in my life. Never, ever, ever. I'm like, until this, like, I'm like 24. Turned 24 in July. And this whole time, I literally wanted, even when I was in high school, I always wanted to invite like somebody over. But I mean, growing up with like my parents, they really never let me like have anybody over. And plus, I mean, not the fact that they didn't let me have anybody over. They could have probably said yes to having a girlfriend over, but no guys over, because my dad was like really strict. But I was just like, I never had like really friends like that in high school. I had friends that you would talk to in school and like stuff like that, but it wasn't like friends that I could go home, like never. And now that I'm older and I'm like grown, like I've always wanted to like bring a friend over, like, you know, like a girlfriend or something, and come and eat with us or something. Never. So me and my sister met like a girl. She's from Vietnam, and we actually used to go get our nails done, like, and get pedicures all the time, like to the nail salon where she's at. And we became good friends because it turned out that that girl goes to the gym, the same gym that we go to. And then when we first saw her, I'm just like, oh my god, that's the girl that it's at the nail salon that works there. And we became good friends. She invited us over to her place. Her place is beautiful. She's a really good person. She became like a friend, and she's the first friend that we ever had, like, you know, that we go out to eat with her, stuff like that. More like the type, she's chill. She can go out to a club. I feel like she doesn't really drink like that. Well, she don't drink at all. She just has like one sip and that's it. She's really cool. Hey guys, so what do you think? This is my makeup now. Now I have to look for an outfit. Okay, what do you guys think? I think I want to wear this with a top. I have a tattoo, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I love this pants. This pants are like everything. Literally everything. They're like bell bottoms. Sorry, my shoes are, those are not the shoes that I'm wearing. I don't know if I want to wear like heels, but I feel like I should because this pants are like a little long on me. But I goodness, these pants are like everything. Literally everything. But yeah, this is the pants that I want to wear. Like, they're like brown. Like a brown. Like, I don't know if you can really tell on camera like that. Like a brown color. But I love them. They're like fox color. And I have like a pair of black ones like this. You can probably see it on my, like I said, on my banner. And I have like this one's on there, but you can see the black ones in there too. But I love this pants. And these pants were like, they were expensive. But then I still wanted to get them because I was just like, well, I like them. So I actually saw them on a girl. It's on TikTok. I think they do YouTube also. They're like twins. But I saw them on one of them, I mean. And I loved it. I'm just like, oh my god, I love that. And I actually love them on YouTube. Like, I really love them. Like, I love this brown color. I feel like this color is like good for like fall. But this color for like fall is like amazing. You're gonna see me wearing this pants all the time. And I don't know why I don't think I have a picture of it like for Instagram. I've had them already for like a few weeks. I hope you guys are having like a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening to me just while I get ready. Ouch. And don't ask me why I'm so aggressive with my hair. I'm just tangled up. But I didn't want to wear heels, guys. That's one thing. I didn't want to wear heels, but I feel like I have to wear heels now because I'm wearing this and it looks really good. And I feel like with only like regular shoes would look bad or something. They just need to have a little type of heel like this or something. I don't know. But the only ones that I have are like really tall. I don't want to wear like tall ones because I don't want to like get tired or something, you know what I mean? Well guys, that was all for today. That's all I wanted to just make a video and just talk a little bit. I will probably be uploading like workouts and stuff like that because that's what I do like almost every day. I like working out. So yeah, and if you watched this video, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching it, and I hope to see you more often, you know, viewing my videos or whatever. And leave me a comment if you have any questions, you know, just like ask me on the comments down below. And yeah, make sure to just subscribe to my channel if you're coming across this video and actually ended up watching it all, because it's like a really long video I think already. But yeah, thank you so much guys. So I'll see you next time.